Yesterday I surrendered my car to the bank because I couldn't afford my life anymore. Rough day. I won't go into detail about all that. But today I'm a little sick, but my head is feeling better. God bless. What more could a boy ask for? Now I'm working out my budget without a $366 insurance payment or a $500 car payment. So, yay! Progress!
High car payments are draining people's wallets, and many are finally speaking up. In this video, car owners and dealers explain why owning an older car might be the smarter move. We'll dive into the real cost of new cars and why sometimes owning less means having more.
Grace, what's the highest payment you've ever seen?
$1,784.
Demetrius, what's the highest payment you've ever seen?
Oh, like 2,100.
Sheesh. Roy, what's the highest car payment you've ever seen?
It was $1,958.
Jesus. Leslie, what's the highest payment you've seen?
1,400.
Hey guys, what's the highest payment y'all have ever seen?
$2,435.
March?
3,200.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Bailey,
Yes.
what's the highest car payment you've seen?
I wouldn't have a clue because I'm the marketing manager.
Patrick,
Sir,
what's the highest payment you've seen?
highest payment I've seen, probably like 1,900.
Raul, what's the highest car payment you've ever seen?
2,500 and you can be next.
This might not be what you want to hear, but if you don't have the money now or your parents cannot pay for it, do not get a luxury car until you are older or have that money to buy one. A lot of kids go into crippling debt for auto loans and think that it's a great decision. I understand wanting that 500 horsepower. I understand wanting to mod your car. And I also understand you want red guts. I understand how nice having a good car is, but you gotta be patient with your money and your time and your effort, and especially the things that cost so much.
When I tell you that your car payment is keeping you broke, it is. I want you to realize that one of the best things you can do for yourself is one, not have any payments, but two, especially on cars, do not have a car payment. Save up, pay cash, do whatever you need to do to never be in a situation where you have a car payment ever again. I want to show you with numbers what I mean by that. Pull up an investment calculator and plug in these numbers. Let's say you are 25 years old. I just searched the average car payment right now. It is $734 in 2024. Plug in that right now you have zero savings, okay? You are 25 years old. You are going to invest $734 in the good growth stock mutual funds, and this is how much you will have by retirement. If you were to never add a single dollar more ever again, by the time you retire, you will have more than $5 million. And let's say we're half wrong, okay? For the naysayers, I can already hear you guys, where are we gonna get $5 million? You're going to invest in good growth stock mutual funds, but let's say I'm half wrong. You would still have $2.5 million. That's more than what most people have, and you are throwing that money away every single month in a car payment. That is literally you taking a car payment, just investing it. That's all it is. If you take anything away from this video, it is to never have a car payment. That is your one goal. Moving forward, you should aim to never have a car payment ever again.
Not having a car payment is a flex. I want a new car so bad, but I don't want the car payment that come with it. I guess I'll keep riding this motherfucker till the wheels fall off.
That's it. I am no longer going to pay. Like, I like the smell of a money more than I like the smell of a new car. So I was just watching this Consumer Reports that's saying that the car market is starting to get donkey, as if we didn't hemorrhage enough with like the housing and the rent and the groceries and just pretty much everything. Now cars are getting ready to take a hit. And they're saying car payments can be up to as much as $1,000 a month. And I'm not talking like for the Escalade and the Lamborghinis. I'm talking the basic car. No, sir. You will never see me paying $1,000 a month. As a matter of fact, I am pissed that I was even paying $500 a month for this car. And I will tell you right now, this will be the first car that I have owned outright. Next month will be my last payment on this car. Like, I will own this car first time in 51 years of living, because I used to be in that mentality in my 20s that, you know what, I'll always have a car payment. So I wanted to turn in a car every 2 to 3 years because I liked the new car smell. No, fuck the new car smell. I like I'd rather have my money smell because everything's too freaking expensive. No way would I pay $1,000. And I fully believe like there's some cahoots or something going on with this. Because why is it? Because my car's starting to act a little funky here like the past few weeks, knowing that I only have one more month until it's paid off. And I feel like cars aren't even made the way they used to be anymore. Why is it that classics from like 50 years ago are still running no problem, but cars that are brand new with all the bells and whistles, just too much shit to break? And it's like they do it on purpose. Like the manufacturer's warranty goes out at a certain time because they know damn well it's going to break at that point. Why is it that most cars only last really long, 5 to 6 years? Because that's about how long you're financing it. So I guess they're looking at it like, wow, we've already priced people out of their apartments. We've priced them out of ever owning a home, priced them out of everything else. So pretty much they're going to start living out of their cars. So let's go ahead and jump ahead to the future and make cars unattainable as well. So not only are we going to have to live in a commune with everybody because we can't afford to live independent anymore, we're going to have to start carpooling. I refuse. If this thing breaks down, I promise you I'm going to make little holes in here and I'm going to Flintstone that shit. I am going to Flintstone this car as long as it can get me safely from point A to point B. What are we doing? Make it stop. I'm done with the hemorrhaging.
So you get approved at a super high interest rate and your salesman says, don't worry about it, just refinance after a year. Now keep in mind, when you have a super high interest rate, the monthly payments that you make are really going towards interest. They're not actually hitting the car itself. So a year later, when you go to the credit union and try to refinance, they pull your payoff and your payoff isn't even different from when you originally got the car. It's because the principal wasn't hit at all. In this situation, the credit union cuts you back, which means that if your payoff's $20,000, they say the car's only worth $15,000, you have to put $5,000 down in order to refinance it.
And I don't know, I just feel like a $500 plus car note is absurd. But also walking, not having a car and not having transportation is even more absurd. So like, what do we do in this economy? Because you need a car, there's no way around it. Everybody can't go to a car place or dealership and just drop down cash. And I'm not even sure that's something that you should or would need to do. How much are y'all paying for these car notes? Like, how much are y'all spending on car notes plus car insurance? Because it's honestly getting even more ridiculous. But I low-key can't even be mad at people for paying that much money, because what do? You need a vehicle. People who don't have a car will tell you just how annoying and how hard it is not having transportation, not having a vehicle that you can just count on to have 24/7, or even having a reliable vehicle. Having a vehicle that's not reliable, that's always breaking down and causing you problems, is just as worse as not having a vehicle. So what do you do if you need reliable transportation?
This video is going viral because this young lady is returning her BMW X5M to the bank because she's tired of paying $2,000 a month and the principal is not being affected whatsoever.
No, I'm being scammed. 1993, which is a hell of a lot, right? I know. That was the stupidest thing I ever done. But that was the dumbest mistake ever. But I'm here to tell you, y'all can have that car back.
There's a viral video going around from this TikToker, Just Being Brianna. She was surprised after 1 year of making almost $2,000 payments on a 2021 BMW X5M that most of her payments didn't really affect the principal balance, and she only paid $5,000 towards the principal. This is why it is so important. This is why I post my customer videos for everybody to read the contract, to understand what they're getting themselves into, because these financial obligations are serious, and there can't be a situation where we will all be blind and ignorant to the fact to say that, oh, I'm being scammed. And I'm not blaming this young lady for posting her video. I'm sure she is shocked and surprised that all of her payments, which are very significant month to month, almost $2,000 on this 2021 BMW X5, didn't really put a dent in her principal. But this is where we take accountability, we take a step back, and we understand how do we improve and how do we better ourselves financially, mentally, physically, emotionally on the next part in our lives. So this is one of those moments, so let's take a look.
Let me confirm the reason you are returning the vehicle. I said I have had the car for a full year and it's only showing I paid $5,000. I've been paying $19.94, which was wrong, $19.08, for every month for an entire year, and no way I only paid $5,000.
She's basically breaking down the fact that after 1 year of paying her payment, she feels as if she was scammed because she logged onto her Ally account and she tried to check what her principal balance was and how much progress she made. She was very shocked to find out it was very minimal, and she still owes over $100,000 on this 2021 BMW X5, and she is literally telling the bank that she wants them to come pick him up. And in this situation, we have to hold ourselves accountable, and we have to understand what do we get ourselves into. And she does admit in the video that some of her decisions weren't the best, weren't the most calculated, weren't the most educated, but she is growing and she is going to do a better job next time. And this is an example for all of us to understand that we should never put ourselves in this predicament where we are blindsided or we feel as if like we don't understand what we're getting ourselves into, because we do our own calculations, we do our own understanding in our head, and we sell ourselves into an illusion or a delusion that never is the reality. Most interest-bearing products are going to be front-end heavy, meaning the interest you pay will be towards the front of the loan. So all of your payments, or most of your payments, or most of the payment you're paying, especially when it comes to high-interest auto loans, I'm assuming in this case she has to have a 20% or more interest rate on this BMW X5M, because it's a 2021 and it's almost at $100,000, that most of her payments that she's making on auto pay is not going to go towards principal, it's going to go towards interest. This also is true for credit cards, mortgages. Any product that has an interest rate on it will always be front end heavy, meaning that they're going to put the interest on the front end of the loan. And all you have to do to combat this, or not even combat it, to educate yourself to really understand your finances and budget correctly, is just go on Google, look up an auto loan calculator, look up a mortgage calculator, look up a credit card calculator, type in, and it'll do the math for you. You don't have to do any math. For instance, a $40,000 auto loan with a 60-month term at a 9% rate, which is the average rate right now, is an $830 monthly payment. And if you look at the amortization schedule, it'll tell you how much you're going to pay towards the principal, interest. In this case, $300+ is going to go towards the interest, and $530 of that is going to go towards the principal. In her case, 1 year, she has made $24,000 worth of payments. That means $18,000 went towards interest, and only $6,000 of those dollars went towards her principal, because she has only made $5,822 of her principal, and she still owes over $100,000. So let this be a lesson. Let us understand our finances. Let's take the time to understand and reflect on whether or not this is going to be a good financial decision for us, a good decision in general, because these financial decisions will affect you mentally, physically, and emotionally as well. If she had not checked her auto pay account, she would have just been paying $2,000 2-3 years later, not really understood why is it not eating towards her principal. So she breaks down the fact that she's going to have this vehicle voluntarily repossessed, because she is not okay with the fact that she's paying almost $2,000 a month for this BMW X5M, and it's not affecting her principal balance, and she still owes $100,000. So she is very, very upside down. I don't know how many miles are on it, so I can guess between $30,000 to $50,000 upside down on this vehicle. And it is unlikely that she can refinance, because refinance companies still look at the loan to value, so she would have to put a significant amount of money down to refinance this vehicle into a lower monthly payment. So she feels as if the best thing for her to do is to tell the bank to come pick it up. It's going to affect her credit, and it may affect her chances of getting into another vehicle at a lower interest rate, because now there's going to be a repo on her credit. So in order to protect ourselves from getting in the situation, please take your time, do your due diligence. Let's hold ourselves accountable, and let's take the time to reflect on any decision we make, whether it's going to affect us in the midterm, short term, or long term. Let's all plan for a positive future.
If there's nothing really wrong with your car and you can't really afford a new car, don't go buy a new car. The car market is messed up right now. People out here paying $650 a month on a Toyota Corolla with a 17% interest rate. It's nasty. You would think at a $700 car payment, you can get something nice like a Hellcat or something. No, you just get a Toyota Camry. Now, by all means, if your shit fucked up, that shit barely cranking, your repair bill like $5,000 and the car only worth like $3,500. It might be time to get a better car, but it's a right way to go about it. Don't be just going in a dealership all willy-nilly, don't know what you doing. They gonna bend you the fuck over. Once they start showing you the little squares and telling you, hey, how much can you reasonably afford a month? They trying to screw you the fuck over with as much shit as they can. So if there's nothing wrong with your car right now, or you got like minor problems, keep driving that thing. Keep saving that money up. Because when you really want a new car, you're gonna have the money for it. Hell, you might be able to buy cash. Save your money, cause when you're broke it ain't funny.
Probably one of the best financial decisions I ever made, and I thank myself for this every single day, is that I bought my car outright. You might be like, Abigail, I can't pay for my car outright. Okay, let me rephrase. I bought a used car. Did it drain my savings for a little bit for the time being? Yes. However, I don't have a car payment. And luckily, my boyfriend also drives a really, really old car that he has paid completely off. So basically, neither of us have a car payment except for our insurance. And it is so freeing. Listen, it gets me from point A to point B. Is it brand stinking new? No. Is it like the most expensive car in the world? Absolutely not. Do I have a car payment? No. Like, you do not have to buy like a brand new car just because like all your friends are buying brand new cars. My dad really taught me this, but growing up, I think I wanted like an iPhone one time and went to go buy a new phone, and I was like, I'm just gonna make monthly payments on it, whatever. I can do that. And my dad was like, you can't afford that. He was like, if you can't go buy it outright, then you can't afford that. And like, rude, but he was right. Like, the moral of the story is you don't have to buy a brand new car. I know it's all over TikTok. Everybody is like getting a new car and a new house and all these things. And my car is like a 2015. It has been used before I had it. It's clean. It's well taken care of. It gets me from point A to point B, and I love her, and I probably will never buy a new car because I don't want a car payment. Me and my boyfriend rocking our old car, saving that money. Love you guys.
Deshaun, Auto Advisor, here's your car buying tip of the day. There's no way in this market that you or anyone you know should be losing a car. I got people hitting me saying, Deshaun, can't afford my car payment. I'm about to let it go. There's too many options. Listen, in 10 years with Mercedes and GM, I saw people let cars go. They didn't have the options I'm about to tell you about. Don't let them take your car. Get a repo. You can't lease a car. Can't get a decent interest rate for 3 years. Do this first. Realize cars are worth 5 to 10 grand more today than they'll be worth in 12 months. We're in a bubble. So go to Vroom, Driveway, Carvana, CarMax, and AutoNation. They all buy cars for cash. Sell your car if you don't need a replacement car. If you need a replacement car, you need to keep your car. You need to download Turo and hire a car today. They let you rent out your car just like Airbnb. Watch YouTube videos. Learn it. You'll make more than you're paying per month. I guarantee it if you learn it. Do not let your short-term hardship jack you up for the next 3 years. You want a new tip every day? Follow me, but not before you hit the like and share. Free game.
This app is going to be what sends me to hell, because why was I just watching a video and this lady is crying and breaking down because she got a $2,700 bill from Mercedes Benz for her car and she can't afford it. And she's like full on tagging Benz like they did something wrong. Like, a $2,000 repair bill is not cheap as fuck when you think about that Benz is out here sending people $10,000 bills every day for bullshit and it's getting paid. Like, she's like, they wouldn't do a goodwill gesture. Why would you think that Mercedes-Benz would do something out of goodwill? Like, why would you even think that was going to happen? And you weren't getting your oil changes done at the dealership. You couldn't afford to get your oil changes done at the dealership. You knew damn well you couldn't afford to get the car fixed at that dealership either. Just tell the truth. Then she's like, I depend on my car. I drive this car every day. That's why your fuel injector's fucked up. Because everyone knows what a Benz or any type of foreign car, you don't drive those cars every day. They're not made to be stop and go cars. You drive those cars on long distances, actually. They're not meant to be your everyday commuter car. But like, even if it is, bitch, why are you crying about $2,000 that you gotta pay on a Benz? Whoa. Y'all gonna send me to hell because I'm trying to be a better person. I really am. Then I'll be seeing shit like this.
In 2024, I financed a 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee. My APR was a 25%. The truck costed about $35,000, and my car note was $950. But when I initially got ready to finance, it was $1,025 or $1,050. But he told me he was able to give me a deal, and he dropped it down to $950. But he also said I can come back in 3 months, and if I pay my car note on time, which was the $950 for 3 or 4 months, I can come back and refinance. Now, me personally, I never heard of anything like that, but I went on and took his word because I needed a vehicle. Now, when I first walked in the dealership, I wasn't trying to buy a vehicle. I just wanted to, drive one around and just get the feel of a new vehicle. But I ended up leaving a lot with one. At the time, I had just paid off my credit card, and my credit score was about a 6 something. So it still was low, so I should have waited. So that was on me. I'm going to take that L. When I say I love the vehicle, it was like a 28th edition or something like that. I kept it for about a month. In the second week, I was like, I can't afford this. Like, I had to pay $400 to even get my insurance on the vehicle. And then that was like, it was going to be $256 a month. So for my car note and my insurance, that would have been $1,200 a month. I really should have followed my first thoughts and went to the lady I was going to go to before, but I was too impatient. I just needed a vehicle. So I still ended up getting another vehicle that same within like a month. And this the vehicle I got now. So my APR is 16%. My car note is $699.39 a month. And when I got it, it was like 26 or 28,000, but I added Gap and all that other stuff, so it ended up being like $31,000. And I know the APR was still high. I get that. I know that. I'm gonna try to pay it off as early as I can, and I'm gonna try to make 2 payments a month and then pay like an extra $100 or whatever on it. And y'all, when I say I really want to pay this truck off now, because this is my 10th vehicle. This is not the 10th vehicle I had in my name. This is probably the 4th vehicle I had in my name, because that other truck that I just let get repo was in my name. So I done had bad experiences with vehicles, and I paid one off and I bought maybe 2 cash cars. But yeah, y'all, make sure y'all credit straight. Make sure y'all got a good person that's financing your vehicle. But number one, make sure your credit's straight before you try to get a vehicle, because that's why I messed up it. I was impatient. I need a vehicle. I just took my L and I said I'm going to pay it. So hopefully I can pay this off within the next 3 years, because I ain't trying to pay no $60K for this vehicle. All right, bye.
If you're feeling overwhelmed by your car payment, you're not alone. This video is a reminder that it's okay to take a step back and ask yourself what truly matters. Could driving something older give you more financial freedom? Let me know your opinions in the comment section below.